Dear students, I hope all of you are well and safe at home. We all know life never stops for anything. So here we are again today. Today we are going to start new chapter friction about which we have studied in the last chapter. We learned that friction is a contact force. Now we are going to study friction in detail in this chapter. After studying, you will be able to number 1 illustrate the concept of friction with the help of examples. Number 2 explain the causes of friction. Number 3 enlist the factors on which friction depends. In the last chapter, we have studied that a moving object can be stopped by applying a force in a direction opposite to the motion of the object. It means that a rolling ball must be stopped by a force. This force is called force of friction. This force comes in existence when an object is moving over the surface of another object. Now we define the friction. Whenever an object moves or tends to move over the surface of another object, there is force acting between the two surfaces in contact, which opposes any relative motion between them. This force is called as the force of friction. Its direction is opposite to the direction of movement of object. This diagram shows that this box is moving in the right hand side directions and the force of friction is acting on the object in the left hand side directions, and the force of friction exists between the two surfaces in contact. Now we discuss the cause of friction. All the surfaces around us have some roughness on them. Even the surfaces which appear too smooth to the unaided eye are seen to have a large number of minute irregularities, which seen under a powerful microscope. When such two surfaces are put in contact, the irregularities of one surface get somewhat interlocked with the irregularities of other surface. It is this interlocking that may be viewed as a basic cause of force of friction. In this diagram, we have seen that two surfaces in contact have the irregularities. Now, when one object is moving over the surface of another object, then the irregularities of one surface is interlocked with the irregularities of other surface. That is, depression of one surface is interlocked with the bumps of other surface, which is the basic cause of the friction. Now we discuss the factors affecting the friction. It depends on the number 1 nature of the two surfaces in contact. It means if the surface have the roughness, it have the more friction. Number 2 force pressing the two surfaces together. That is, if the weight of the moving object is more, then it have the more friction value. Now we discuss the activity number 1, which explores the relation between the force of friction and nature of surface in contact. We take the 4 matchbox. One is covered with the plastic sheet, other one is covered with the aluminium sheet, third one is covered with the handmade paper, fourth one is covered with the sandpaper. Now all of them is placed at the one corner of the wooden trays in the same line. Now we lift and tilt that end of the wooden trays on which matchbox are placed. We observe all the matchbox is sliding down, and we observe that plastic matchbox is reached first, and aluminium foil matchbox is reached second, and the handmade papers reached third, and last one reached is sandpaper covered matchbox, because sandpaper matchbox has a more rough surface, so it have the more friction value. Plastic covered matchbox have the smooth surface, so it have the less friction value. Now we repeat the same experiment on the metal tray by placing all the 4 matchbox at the one corner and lift the dead end of the tray upward and tilt it. We observe the same result, but this time plastic matchbox is reached fast at the second end, which shows that now the friction between the matchbox and the metal plate is less as compared to the wooden tray. Now we repeat the same activity with the plastic tray. After placing all the matchbox at the one corner and tilt the dead end of the tray and observe the matchbox is reaching the second end. Now we observe that the time of reaching the matchbox at the second end is different from the first two cases, that is with the wooden tray and the steel tray. So this activity shows that the force of friction is depend upon the nature of surface in contact. Now we discuss activity number 2, which shows that force of friction is increased by increasing the weight of moving object. For it, we take a rectangle wooden block and one spring balance and place it on the floor. Now we pull the rectangle block with the help of spring balance as shown in the diagram. Now when we pull it, this blockage just start to move, then we note the reading of spring balance when the block just start to move. This reading gives us the value of force of friction. Now we place some books on the wooden block. Again pull the wooden block with the help of spring balance. Now we note when the block is just start to move, the reading on the spring balance is more, which shows that force of friction is increased by increasing the weight of moving object. We know that a moving object can be stopped by applying a force in a direction opposite to the moving object. It means when we push an object, it stopped after covering some distance. There must be a force acting on the object in a direction opposite to the moving object. This force is the force of friction. Now we perform the second activity, which shows that force of friction is increased by increasing the weight of moving object. For it, we take half-filled buckets and place it on the smooth surface. Now we push this half-filled bucket and observe force is applied. Now we take fully filled buckets and push it and observe we apply the more force to move this bucket. It shows that force of friction increased by increasing the weight of moving object. Now we place the fully filled bucket on the rough surface and try to push it. We observe more force is required to move the fully filled bucket on the rough surface. It shows that force of friction is increased by increasing the roughness.